Now, parents may recognise this. This is the kit we take with us to get our 3 kids through a vaguely civilised dinner at a restaurant before open warfare breaks out. I mean, how the hell did this happen? Why are we on a crusade to eradicate boredom from our lives and complicit in this cult of overstimulation? We need to bring back boredom, because in the right hands, boredom is lightning in a bottle, a sparking curiosity and creativity. I think we're missing boredom and we don't realise it. So my question to you is, when were you last bored? When was the last time you stared at the clouds and spent all day with your mind happily wandering, thinking about nothing in particular? Real, proper, all-day boredom. Boredom for boredom's sake, like in the school holidays when you were a kid. And I'm not talking about the kind of boredom of the 10 seconds at a train before you reach for your phone, not the 20 seconds at traffic lights before you illegally reach for the phone, and God forbid, not the 30 seconds on the toilet before you reach for your bloody phone, you filthy animals! Right. So, what does boredom achieve? I mean, that's the question. This has puzzled evolutionary scientists. Feelings like fear and pain, they're there to help us avoid danger. So the very fact that boredom is a daily occurrence, surely it's got to suggest it's useful. Now, I believe boredom stops us ploughing the same old furrow, pushing us to seek new goals and explore new ideas. This search for escape can lead to unhealthy behaviours, but harnessed correctly, is a catalyst for innovation. We need to stop demonizing boredom. It's not wasted time. This quote is a common misconception and it's bullshit. Our modern obsession with maximizing efficiency in every area of our lives is confusing our real purpose. Now, I grew up in a beautiful northern English village called Bakewell. It's like living in a postcard. It's literally living in that postcard. But it's boring, or it certainly seems that way when you're a teenager and you're not living in the big smoke, and Manchester and Sheffield are not far away, but you can't get to them because you can't drive. So, without any discernible talent, my mates and I formed a band, and thankfully everyone else in the village was so bored they came and saw us. So, since living in cities, I've done none of this. I love music, I love going to gigs, but I've become a consumer, not a creator, and it makes me a little bit sad. Now, one of my regrets as a parent is that growing up in Sydney, my boys will probably never produce a great album. You know, there's a reason Manchester has such wonderful music, and 350 days of rain a year and no beach has got a lot to do with it. So really, I'm not just advocating bringing back boredom, but I'm also advocating curbing the curse of overstimulation, the endless shallow stream of information that provide a knowledge a million miles wide but only half an inch deep. The soundbite opinions on everything, but nothing that holds water beyond the slimmest of questioning. The idea that if it can't be summed up in 7 amusing bullet points, it's clearly not worth knowing. Now, this here is a real article. A seemingly serious, non-ironic listicle on how to beat procrastination. Well done, Mashable, for the least self-aware website on the net. Now, I don't want this to turn into a Luddite anti-technology rant, but recently I was phoneless for 3 days, thanks to Telstra and Optus fucking up. But anyway, and I was amazed at what happened. On the first day, I was panicked. I was not myself. I thought, God, if my kids get kidnapped, how am I going to arrange the ransom with Liam Neeson and stuff? I don't know. Anyway, on the second day, I was edgy, but I was getting used to it. On the third day, it was like I'd rediscovered my imagination. The clouds went. I was making up stories. It was absolutely wonderful. And on the fourth day, I got my phone back and turned back into that. So I think about how needy and obsessive I can be with my phone. It's hard to believe I ever live without it. But my kids know nothing different. Their brains will only know distraction and limited concentration. Having a smartphone and Google Maps would appear that you can navigate anywhere except into your own mind. So let's revise what it means to connect to our world, connecting without a whiff of Wi-Fi. And I don't think 10 minutes of adult colouring with some cute little thing is going to do it, all right? And yes, it has occurred to me that this talk is probably a great foundation for being bored. If you're enjoying it, embrace it. If you're not enjoying it, you're bored anyway. I win both ways. Right. So, here's my ask to you in conclusion. Go rent a hut, take a tent, go to the middle of nowhere for a long weekend. Make sure it's got no internet reception, no phone connection, and basically nothing else if you can find it. Go on your own or take someone you love and just sit there and get bored. Once you're over the cold turkey of the first few days, I guarantee you it'll be the most interesting thing you do all year. Thank you.